plants that are growing up here. Just to check, it's a shrub. It's so, like, lots of different types of moss and shit. Pretty neat. I like it, but, you know, it looks pretty. But that's not spreading anywhere else in the fort. It does not spread on rock. It's one of the reasons why I'm actually really glad that, is that... Okay, that's tough to see. I thought that was a hole in the floor right there, and I was about to get real pissed at the dwarf who apparently knocked a fucking hole in the fort. As people were saying, as somebody did say, that we are getting close to the 200 dwarf limit, and when we do hit that limit, we're going to be in for a rude awakening because the FPS is going to drop dramatically. We are already at like 15, 16. That's why I said I'm thinking about ways that we can kill off the dwarves without, you know what I mean. One of the things that somebody actually did suggest to me is I could not really manually, but because we are suffering from FPS problems, I could go ahead and just, you know, fill in this moat as is. I mean, it would be cheating, but it would fix our FPS problems, but I don't know how I feel about that. It's not a big deal because what does it matter? But I probably will do that. Probably. Yeah, I think I actually am going to go ahead and do that. We'll see how that actually helps the FPS. I mean, to be honest, we all knew what was going to happen with that, how it was going to go. Like, this was going to fill up with lava. Nothing anywhere at all was going to change that. We kind of already knew that was going to happen. So, I mean, it's not like it's going to come to any surprise or any... You can say, oh, you cheated, but... You can say I cheated, but I don't really give a shit. Now, if anybody's going to ask how I did that, which I'm pretty sure somebody is going to, what you do is you have to go to DF hack, which opens up when you get into this queue, and let's just space a bit, just so I can kind of show off how you do it. When you have DF hack, you can hit LS, and you can see all the commands you got. You got a lot of commands here. You might not be able to see this if you just watch it regularly, but you really do. And one of the things that you have, and it is right there, is liquid. Now, if I type in liquids, it brings me here. I got magma, 0.7, and you can type help, and you get all the commands for it. Now, one of the easiest ways to do this, you can just set it to magma, point, and when it says point, it does, you know, whatever it does. Now, you can type in range and set it to, like, set 5 by 5 and 1 Z level. I don't like doing multiple Z levels. That's kind of weird. And let's type in 0. Now it's magma range 0 FF F plus S. I'm not 100% sure on how those work. I know how they work, but not enough to explain it. And you can pretty much just go like right here into this open space, hit enter, and now the magma there is gone. This is an open space, although you can't really see that. So let's actually add the lava back. Now all I did is I typed in 7, hit enter, there it goes. Now let's go up here, and let's go up here in the air. Now if I hit enter here, it will make 7 lava in a 5 by 5 pattern. I don't know why I didn't do it there, but you know what I'm trying to say. Now if we type in 0, it'll remove it. No harm, no foul. Now I did that to the entire perimeter of the lava moat because, like I said, we knew that was going to fill in. I just want to try and alleviate some of the FPS issues, and that should sort of explain how to do it if you want to do it on your own. Now that aside, what is that? Please don't be any straight magma. Good. So now we can resume. Let's go down here. Let's see how the FPS holds up now that not as much magma is moving. It was down to 16 FPS before. It is up to 20 now. That is a 4 FPS increase. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. I enjoy that. That's A-okay in my book. Anyway, if you guys do want me to make a separate like little tutorial for DF hack, I can do that, but don't see it as really entirely necessary, and I think it might just be a little bit overkill, but you know, what do I know? I'm dumb. Anyway, what was I going to do before that? I don't know. We do have a lot of lava moving here, but eventually that will fill in. That's no big issue. Yeah, I'm just moving my head around trying to think of what I was doing before that. Anyway, how are you doing here, guy? Does not seem like he's doing very well. Broken. Received food. He's complained of hunger. Received water. Been able to rest and recuperate. but he is slow to heal, and this is going to take him quite some time. Hungry. Ability to stand loss. How are you doing, though, guy? Really good. The right arm is broken. How's your health? He's thirsty. Well, hopefully that, you know, will get solved in its own time. Let's go to the therapist right real quick. Make sure everybody has the feed and recover wounded thing, because, you know, that's something that everyone, that's honestly something that you really need to keep on all your dwarves, because one dwarf somewhere will forget, and he would be the one you're counting on. Like, if you only put one or two, they will forget, so it's better to have all of them, in my book. And it's something that most dwarves actually get a positive boost out of, so, I mean, there's no reason not to do it. That's how I think. You could think entirely differently, and there's no one in the world that can say you're wrong. Except me, you're wrong. But still. I mean, joking aside, I mean, I find it to be a good thing. Anyway, if anybody does also know how to clean up blood, if there's any specific way to do it, I'd love to learn, because I'd love to get the blood out of this hallway, but that's just me. That's just my OCD kicking in. How are we doing with drinks? Still staying about the same. Going up, going down. Hard to say. Alright, so it seems like now we're just back to the waiting game. We're letting these guys dig this out, moving all that stone. Gonna have to set that to get moved out. And I might take a small little pause here to let them do that, and then we'll be right back. So see you guys in just a second. Alright, it seems like they're getting quite a ways into this, so let us just set all this stuff to be designated real quick. And while they finish up that, I'm also going to be setting this stuff over here to start being channeled out. This spot first in particular, just because if I do set this one to be channeled out first, and it will get channeled out first, they will be able to move diagonally across that little spot, but when I start channeling out the other areas, they won't be able to reach that area to rest on, so they will not put themselves on that side. That's just a little thing that I'm doing to keep them safe, because I care for my dwarves. I really do. Now, what else do we need done? How are we doing on drinks? They're still slow as hell. But it doesn't look like is even attempting to go over onto that side. So, I mean, we're in luck on that part. So, I mean, that's good. So, anyway, let's just keep that area getting channeled out. This area is going to be continued like that, so that's good. Gonna actually set this to be mined. And I'm thinking about having that mined out, but I don't really give much of a rat's ass about it, so I don't know. Alright, so that's going to start being channeled out. This is going to be kept going. This up here is still not being worked on, like, at all. Most of our jobs at this point, most of our dwarves have their jobs. They know what they're supposed to do. This guy's up here fishing. Most of the dwarves know what they're supposed to do, so we have very few idlers. And the only people really working, really truly working that we control, that aren't just automated to do what, like, haven't been told to do what they need to do repeatedly, are the miners, really. And the masons, to a degree. I mean, the masons are making blocks pretty much at a constant rate. But, I mean, you know, that's neither here nor there. But, I mean, I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm saying that's actually probably a really good thing, and something that I'm actually really proud of with my dwarves. Cancels, dig, path lost. What? Cancels, dig, path lost. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm also thinking about removing this down here, just to have, like, a big-ass open area. I feel like, and this is an inkling that I have, having a big open area like that will come to some fruition eventually in the future. I don't know why. I often have, like, these weird inklings that certain things will be really good to have or have done, you know, just in case. But, you know, that's just me being me and being weird as hell. The seizures are still out there. I'm surprised that they can last that long without food, or, you know, brought in provisions. I know that if you have human seizures, they actually will set up camps and stuff like that, or at least that's what I've been told. I've actually never had humans siege me, because oddly enough, I have never built close enough to a human civilization to have traders come to piss off. Like, I know that sounds awful because it's like I'm an evil motherfucker, but at the same time, it's kind of impressive that I've spent my long, illustrious, and I say that sarcastically, Dwarf Fortress career, and I've never been around a human trading thing. I mean, I might have once or twice, but I mean, just maybe on forts that failed, you know? I mean, if that makes... I mean, that obviously makes sense. It's hard for it not to make sense, but it's just weird. I find it honestly kind of odd that it would be like that. You know, this fort is actually getting close. Like, you can't beat Dwarf Fortress, really, because stuff just constantly happens. But I think our fort is, for lack of a better word, done. I mean, the only thing it can do now is grow. Like, we're pretty much really well defended from siegers. I mean, that has been proven time and time again. Most of our dwarves are automated to do what they need to do. I mean, we pretty much... we only fight things at our leisure. I mean, if we wanted to, we would not have to do anything else. I mean, you can't say we're running out of food. I mean, we've got underground farms and just water, and I mean, it's a weird call to make, but I'd say that our fort is just about done. And at this point, from this point on, I'm thinking about when we're not doing major construction projects like this, I'm going to let the fort, like, and I'm going to leave this to, ooh, interrupted by giant ohm. Oh, yeah. A giant human-sized amphibian predator found underground near water. He is gigantic with incredible muscles. His skin is white. His eyes are black. I want to fight him. So it's squads A, B, C, D, and E. We are going to kill this motherfucker. And just for good measure, let's just select this bit. Okay, that's the only one. I'm gonna wreck it. I don't know, that's kind of lame to say, considering the Wreck-It Ralph movie. But I am going to wreck that thing's fucking face. At least I want to wreck its face. Get down there, military people! I want it dead! I want it dead now! It's impeding the progress of my fort! Kill it! Kill it! Zoom in! We can't zoom in anymore. Oh, there's the squad. There they go. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Not really hearing many stabby sounds, but it looks like it's dead. God damn it. I wanted to hear more stabby sounds, but oh well. Alright, let's go to report. Yeah, right there. The giant ohm is fighting. Let's look at this. Oh. Alright, the giant ohm bites the peasant in the lower left leg, bruising the bone through the blah. Latches on firmly, and the peasant struggles in vain against the grip of the giant ohm's mouth. And the peasant punches it, and I'm assuming it manages to get away. The peasant struggles in vain. The peasant punches the giant ohm in the upper body with your right hand, bruising the muscle, bruising the left false rib. Shakes. Ligament in the lower left leg has been torn into and is broken, and the giant ohm stands up at this point, and the military is on the way. Attacks, punches, attacks. Let's see. The military dwarf charges the giant ohm, but then he latches on firmly. The giant ohm just seems to just like chomping on people. But at this point, it seems like, from what I'm reading here. Okay, so up to this point, this ohm was pretty much just being punched to death. And then at this point, the military dwarves start stabbing the poor thing with their obsidian short swords. And then this guy, in his infinite brilliance, bayonets the giant ohm with a fucking iron crossbow. That motherfucker is... well, I don't know. But he pretty much bayonets it, lodges his crossbow in the ohm, and just twists the thing. That poor... oh, I feel really bad now that I sit my military after. I liked killing things. I will not regret my slaughter. But how's this guy doing? It looks like her left foot is fractured, foot is bruised, leg is bruised. She will have to be put up and taken to the hospital. That is a small impediment on our progress, but nonetheless, it's not really a big challenge. As I was saying beforehand, I am thinking, and this is with your guys'